Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, I was gonna go over the 31 Model A. This is Jimmy and Hayden's from Hayden's Hot Wheel Customs. Anyways, there was some stuff I got to do to the car and I didn't get to film it. I didn't get to really talk about it, so I was gonna go over some of that and I gotta keep working on it. They're gonna come get it. So, first of all, had a 4-inch chop. There's a quick video on my Instagram kind of showing how I did it. There's a bunch of different ways to do a chop. Everybody knows that. That's done it before. But one of the things that I try to do on these is weld both sides of the metal as you're shaping it and flat file it and everything. But there was a couple other things I wanted to talk about on the pillar too, because I've had some people asking, like, you know, why did you add that piece of metal in there, or why did you do this, or whatever. So let's move you over here. So like right now I'm finishing up the rest of the body work with a skim coat here, but so through this pillar right here, this is plug welded, big old 3/4 inch plug welds down into that plate, and then it's welded in the top plate as well. So there's basically a sandwich plate that goes in there, then it's welded around the perimeter. So it has a piece going through and that way. And then, you know, like on the pillars, I take the wood out of the pillars and end up using a piece of like 1 1/4 steel instead. So like on the pillars, what I like to do is go ahead and pull the steel out, and then right here there's going to be another connection plate down here that welds into the floor. Same on both sides. Then it's welded all the way through. It's welded all the way through here. It's plug welded all the way down. So this post is solid, and it's solid welded to the bottom of the car. And then up here in the wood section, we just do a plate that goes over the top and do the 2 screws through the top to hold the top piece on. But it's welded up all the way through there too. So like on the floor, they bought part of a kit. And then what I did is went ahead and took the original seat bracket out and then graft it back in so they can use their original seat, and then took the stock floor piece that they got and then dimpled in our own screws and reused the stock screws, and then made a front floor piece. So, you know, we have to cut the holes out. They don't come like that. And then you have to set up your own, and then you can put your rubber mat piece across here and then across the pedals if you want. But everything screws in, so the floor is still, the front half of the floor is still removable. Excuse me, in case they want to put a V8 in here with like a turbo 350 or 400 trans or whatever. And then plug weld in some of the big holes that were in the firewall and all that good stuff. And then the rear, let's walk back around here. And then made a rear firewall that's a 3-piece. So right here, it could be, you know, it could be seam sealed up along that edge, or however they like this. So this one's not standard to what the normal Model A one would be like. This one's, you know, basically homemade, and then took the same bead roller bead that they used on the floor, and then just matched it, which is basically this one here. Which this one works great. It's a great one for doing, you know, adding strength to the car or to the sheet metal. And you know, obviously you don't have to put a metal bar through here, but I mean, over the years, you know, a lot of the cars I had a 30 Model A as well that was chopped, but a lot of them, like say on Vegas Rat Rods, we actually, you know, Justin and I would put a cage in it. So it'd be caged. Like even the Joker car, it's got even door bars and everything in it. Because I mean, every once in a while you'll see an accident where somebody just did a chop and they just welded the exterior perimeter only, and maybe the top got ripped off or came off a little easy. That's why I ended up doing a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more sturdy. That's all. I think it's safer, but just gonna finish up the rest of the body work on this one, and not sure what the plan is yet. Like this one would be cool. I know Jimmy's thinking about maybe changing the chassis You know, the chassis on the Model A's are pretty basic. You know, being able to take one like this, you know, because a lot of times what we would do is we would chop them so, you know, well, we'd do like a 6-inch chop mainly. Like to me, this is a 4-inch chop. I'm tall. This is perfect for me. I'm 6'4", 6'5" with boots on. So a 4-inch chop I think is perfect. But I mean, this one's killer. He got a good deal. He got this out of California. This one still has the 4-cylinder in it, and it's in great shape. It looks like somebody took real good care of this thing. So, I mean, they got an option we could clean the fuel system and get this one running, but I think he wants to go a little faster, which, yeah, everybody wants to go a little faster, right? But I agree, but here's a good thing too. So if Jimmy wants to step up to, like, say, a 32 chassis or something, you know, 32 frame rails, we can pinch the front, we could do juice brakes on it, we could get rid of these push rod brakes, step up to like a 9-inch Ford with a 4-link on it, hairpins, whatever, ultra chop, slam it on the ground, have a nice little hot rod, rat rod. But you know, that stuff gets expensive, you guys know, that are out there building them. So my suggestion would probably be just literally take the body off and sell the whole rolling chassis to somebody that's looking to build an original. So that might be something Jimmy and Hayden are interested in doing in the future. So maybe, you know, hit those guys up if you got somebody out there is looking for a complete chassis that already has a drivetrain in it with the banjo rear end and everything. If you're doing a you know, you're going back to period perfect or whatever, because I think Jimmy wants to smoke the tires and race a little bit. So this one will probably get hopped up soon with a V8 or even a flathead. But anyways, good solid car. I think Hayden said the paint was about 20 years old. So probably gonna get repainted soon. But we're gonna finish up the little pieces we need to do, and then they're gonna take it back home. I had to push the Zephyr outside so we can get the Model A out, and then I'll bring in the Zephyr back in. The Zephyr is a 1947 Zephyr that I've got some stories to tell you guys about that thing. That one's got some stories behind it. So anyways, when that comes in a day or two, when I get ready to start painting it, yeah, we'll talk about that guy too. So all in all, man, they scored them a really nice car out of California. Like no rust in it. Somebody did take good care of this car. We also did had a rumble seat in it. So we got rid of the top lock and then changed the pins. So I'll grab the camera in a minute, swing it around here, and then reverse the pins. So normally you've got your brackets on the side and the trunk rotates into a rumble seat. This we're doing like a regular style. So this one's gonna need the lock updated and maybe some gas shocks or something cool, and then get rid of this hole back here. But so the rumble seats are cool and all, but sometimes this is way cooler. Let me get our pieces in here. So you can see the firewall from the backside. So it's spot welded into the body right there. And then if they want to put sound deadening or something on it, they can. It looks like somebody had already kind of put a little bit of like a truck bed liner in it. But perfect spot for like a nice fuel cell or a moon tank or whatever back here. Other than that, we think this might have been a police car because it did have the spotlight holes in the post, and then it looked like it had the 2 holes on the side for the siren. It might have been like I don't know. Was this their like sheriff's car or whatever? I don't know. It'd been cool. But all in all, this is a great little car. So keep that in mind, Jimmy and Hayden too, if you're listening. If you do update your chassis and do a different motor swap on it, somebody might be interested in buying that whole chassis and drivetrain just the way it is. So other than that, excuse me, I didn't mean to cough in you guys' face. This one's pretty much ready to roll after we just do a little more touch-ups on it. And then what I'll do is once we start doing some more work, like on the trucks and stuff, I'll bring those in and we'll film as we're going. I've got to make floors. I've got to make a full back half of a chassis for my Ford that's getting slammed. That one's getting C-notch, 4-linked. I've got to make a Mustang 2 kit for the front end, which is cool because that's what we're going to use the fast cut for, or CNC. So we'll be cutting the Mustang 2 cross member, transmission cross member, some of the other things out with this one. Same with thinking about making a one-piece hood and some other stuff for some of the other cars, more of a shortened style hood. Do some different stuff with the grills. A lot of the same stuff we used to do on the TV show, A lot of fun stuff. We pretty much modified everything on the show in a short amount of time, from the chassis to the grill shells, the body panels, everything got cut, modified, changed. Wasn't a whole lot of stock stuff left on those things, So one thing I might do on the website is put some of the files, like a downloadable file. Like if you have a CNC machine at your house, they are getting more affordable. But always check fastcutcnc.com, see if it's something that you guys can use in your shops or whatever. And then that's cool, you can send you a downloaded a file for your floor or whatever you're doing. I wish I'd have kept all the templates over the years of all the different Model A's, because we've had so many different engine combos put in them, so different tunnels, different seat setups, putting the rear end in the back, thinking about that. Thinking about if you're gonna ultra slam it, being able to, literally put like a winner's quick change right here. So your rear end's gonna be right there. Basically wrap that and then drop the rear end right here so your tires are right here. So there's a lot of cool templates that I made back in the day that were pre-made, ready to go. Thinking about doing more like I used to, where I had different door panels that utilize the stock holes, bead rolled in aluminum or whatever, but the design and everything is pre-cut. Same with the interior kick panel and then the rear quarter panel. Even talked about maybe even doing roof skins with different effects on them and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff I want to do. When we're building the motorcycle stuff like this one, everything on this thing was made. This is in 1980 XS650. The only thing really stock left is part of the front of the frame and the front suspension. So this has like covers that go here, covers on the front. It's got little guns that come up on it. It's got full covers on the back. Swing arm's been extended, frame's been changed. Like this one's, it looks very basic right now, but wait until you see all the crap that goes on it. So basically, like, what I'm getting at is that some of the car parts and stuff for certain vehicles, I'd like to do templates on and have them in DXF file form for you guys to download, or we make them here and ship them out. Because I'd rather get more into the manufacturing side. I've had my fill over the years of building cars, and sometimes it does, when you're building cars all the time as a day job, and then you're trying to also build your own cars at nighttime, it'll crush your passion sometimes. But I think doing some files like that would be cool to do, and utilize our fast cut machine, because like Russ says, they're money printing machines, and Russ, the owner of Fast Cut, says that, and I agree. If you can stay on the CNC all day long, produce and manufacture parts for cars, hot rods, motorcycles, whatever, yeah, it's a great little side business, Not to mention signs. You can make all kinds of cool signs and stuff like that for people or whatever. All right, back up. Anyways, so thanks, guys. I'll just start a whole new playlist that's going to be car related. So we'll throw in some of my son's car. We just took a 60 LS and put an adapter plate on his BMW transmission, 6-speed transmission, and then he's got a drift car, so we'll do some filming with him when he gets the car ready to go, which is close. And then we'll bring in my truck, we'll bring in the Austin Healey and start building the chassis and stuff like that. It's gonna be a fun little burnout car, hopefully for like the SEMA burn yard events. So thanks guys for tuning in. I know I've been working at other shops for the past few years, bouncing around, helping other people out. So it's time for us to just kind of focus on our little business. I mean, we're getting old over here, right? Only got a few years left in me. So I want to go have some fun before the end of the world. Keep hot rodding alive. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, and don't forget there's another playlist set up there for different types of paint tricks and stuff I've done over the years on some of the cars you guys seen on the TV show and other different stuff we've been trying with Createx Colors. You can follow me under Travis Deeter on Instagram, Facebook. I've got a Von Deeter page on Facebook as well, and then just restarted TikTok. So you guys can always email me at vondeeter.com if you have any questions for any of the paint work we're doing or how to, or what stuff you guys need to do your own projects at home. Part of these paint videos was to help you guys at home be able to do this so you don't have to pay somebody to do it, you know what I mean? Or you don't have to pay me. It's information for you guys to go expand and explore the other side of paint work and artwork and all that good stuff. So anyways, have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.